Hello everybody, back again Saul here for another Minecraft Snapshot video. And today we're starting here in the home screen, or splash screen, or whatever you want to call it. But you can see here we're in 14W17A. It's been about 6 weeks since the last snapshot. And today we're starting here because I wanted to show you some stuff here. If we go into all my servers here, they've added a new functionality here, the little arrows up and down. You can reorder your servers now. I can't join any of them because they're all running older versions, and this one apparently is down. But yeah, that's a new thing they added for servers. Now you can reorder them instead of having to remember the old way, which nobody ever remembered. But yeah, and then you hit the little play button there if you want to join it. I won't join anything now, but there's that functionality now. And if you want to create a new world, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not really going to create it, but first we just had default, and then Mojang created super flat worlds, and then they gave you the option to customize them and gave you presets for that, and then large biomes, and then amplified. And now there's customize, and what this does is let you completely customize your world. It gives you sliders and yes/no buttons, ravines, mineshaft, strongholds, sea level. You can control where your sea level is, lava lakes, lava oceans, biome, if you wanted to have all biomes, or if you want it to be a specific biome. That's really cool. Cold Taiga Hills. I've never even heard of that. Cold Taiga. Is that a snowy taiga now? I'm assuming it is. It's Mesa. So if you want your whole world to be one biome, how big you want your biomes to be, how big you want your rivers to be, gives you dungeon count, how often you want dungeons to spawn. There's all that. Next page is all your ores, or quote ores, your dirt, gravel, granite, your stone variants here. And then we get into the ores, minimum height, maximum height, so it'll spawn diamond here. It will spawn from 0 to 16, as it normally does. Spawn tries is how much diamond you want to spawn per chunk, I'm assuming. Per chunk, yeah, 8. Spawn size 8, spawn tries 1 per chunk usually is normal for diamond. 7, 1 for lapis, 8, 8 for redstone. Yeah. There's all that. The next page looks a little scary, but it just lets you customize more in depth. I'm not exactly sure what all this does yet, but noise scale X, noise scale Y, noise scale Z, depth noise scale X, depth noise scale Z. So I'm assuming this is just how jagged or how smooth you want your terrain to look. Height scale, height stretch, biome stuff down here. Looks a little scary and intimidating, to be honest. But and the last page here looks like the last page. It looks like it has all the same stuff, but it lets you actually type in so you can customize it better. Okay. Then there's presets here, like there are for the super flat worlds. There's Water World Isle Land, which looks to have floating islands above. The Water World is completely encased in water. Caver's Delight, which looks like it's a giant mountain full of caves. Honestly, that's what it looks like. Mountain Madness looks like a amplified terrain mountain. I think it uses all hills variants of biomes. Drought looks like it dries up the oceans. That looks like a bunch of gravel, which is ocean floors now, and leaves little lakes at the bottom of the ocean. Caves of Chaos. Okay, that looks like it mixes a lot of stuff. It looks like it's mixing Isle Land. So there's floating stuff, Mountain Madness, and Caver's Delight. Looks like that's all mixed in there. And Good Luck looks like a super hostile map. Just lava, and it's out to kill you. But let's jump into game now and see the stuff they've changed in the game. Alrighty, here we are in game, and I have some sheep here. First of all, let's go to here. Can I spawn an endermite? Yes, I can. Because now they have a different model. They're little short, fat, stubby guys now. They don't look like silverfish anymore. They got little red eyes too. It's pretty cool. Or one red eye. Looks like one red eye. But that's what endermites look like now. Be free. I don't think they changed their behavior at all, but I could be wrong. Anyways, I just wanted to point out a bug here first. The sheep here, you see we have black, red, green, or I think that's lime actually, I think, and brown. But if we shear them, drops white wool. The black one dropped white wool. The red one drops orange wool. The green one here drops magenta wool. And the brown one drops light wool. And you will get that with every color of sheep. Mojang is still transitioning from metadata values to block names and stuff. So what's happened here is if we look up the wolves. So every block has its number there. You see the pound sign 0035. So it's block number 35, and its metadata is 0, which is the white wool 0. And then orange is 1, magenta is 2, light blue is 3, yellow is 4, and etc. Now if we look here, okay, no, that sheep was regular green, not lime. But here we have black wool, the opposite end of the spectrum. So these are the 4 colors it gave us when we sheared the sheep. And these are the 4 colors it was dyed. They were dyed. Black, red, green, and brown. So the metadata values are switched around, because if we look at the dyes, they are in this backwards order. So black is 0, red is 1, green is 2, and brown is 3. So those 4, since they're the first 4, they will drop in that order the wool, so that these are the first 4. So that's what's dropping, and that's what's bugged in the game right now. So I believe it was in the last snapshot, the one we did over there, where Mojang added this upper right section to the debug menu, or the F3 menu. That shows you which block you're looking at with your cursor there, or reticle, and will give you more information on it. So here we have the end portal frame, eye false, facing south. I believe I am facing south as well. No, I'm facing north. That way is north. So this is facing that way. Okay. And eye is false because it doesn't have an eye. If we go over here, they should say true. Yep, eye true. The door, I think we covered this last time, but it shows you which half you're looking at, where the hinges are, whether it's open, whether it's powered. We'll skip this one for now and talk more about this one in a bit. The torch, now it says model torch standing, so it's a standing torch facing up. And this, let's get some more redstone. It gives you east, north, south, and west there. Power 15, power 14, power 13. I think we covered that last time. But, oops. Then if we go up here, it says east up because it goes up to the east here. And north side there. So I think it uses those directional things to tell it which model to load in for the little tile entity. But here we have Model cube, andesite, smooth. But above it, you see it says block Minecraft stone. It's because this uses the stone data, and they just give it a different metadata, which is 6 there, which makes it smooth andesite. Regular andesite is 5, and all the stone variants do that. But this is the guy I wanted to talk about more, the oak sapling here. If you can see there, it says type oak at the bottom, but above it says stage 0. So this isn't normally something we can see in game, but if we do stage 0, and then it goes to stage 1, and then it grows. So it looks like it has 2 stages, stage 0, stage 1, and then full growth. So that isn't something we could see before with saplings. It was kind of a guess of when they would grow. So but now in F3 you can see the stage and when it's getting ready to grow, hopefully. This one, if we bone meal it, it goes stage 1 and then it drops down to stage 0 again. Because there's all this stuff around, it's blocked at the top. It can't grow, so it just resets itself, I guess. Something I just noticed about the leaves, here it says decayable, true, because they're natural leaves, so they will decay. Check decay, true, which I mean, I guess that means they'll be the first to decay, because these say false here, but these say true. Interesting. So that'll take some looking into, I guess. And here I have some command blocks set up for the quote main event of this video, the thing you're all here to see, the new world border that is being implemented into the game, if you want to have one. It is movable, so it's not set once you set it. Here I have world border, center, and then empty relative coordinates, which will center it around this command block here. So we set that. Now, whenever we make a world border, it'll be centered around here. If we didn't have this, it would be centered around 0, 0, which is over there somewhere. Here we have world border set 150. So this will set a world border with, and my sheep are dying. Oh, if they die, quote, naturally, they drop the right color wool. That is weird. Mojang, please fix your game. But now we have a 150, I guess you call it a diameter, world border. If we fly over here, we can actually start to see it, these little diagonal lines here. You can't go through it, obviously. You can enter portal through it, or enter pearl, and teleport through it, but you can only enter pearl if you're in survival mode, and if you're in survival mode and you get stuck out there, you start taking damage, like those sheep right there. I don't know why they started taking damage if they were inside, but you'll start taking damage and die if you get stuck outside. Here we have another variable thrown in, world border set 50, 10. So 10, that second variable there, here we only had 150 to set it to 150. So here it'll change it to 50 block diameter, centered around this. And it'll give it 10 seconds to move from the 150 block position to the 50 block position. If we do this, we should be able to see it closing in. Yep, here it comes. You see it turns a little red. Okay, so let's set it back to 150. Let's give it 5 seconds to become 30 blocks wide. That should look better on video. Yep, here it comes. That's really cool. I like that. And as it's traveling, I think it'll pass through you. Oh yeah, so there's one side here that you can pass through. It's a little offset off of the block there. I don't know if it's supposed to be midway through the block always, but here you can't pass through it. You get stopped on this block. But here you can actually kind of pass through it, but it doesn't recognize that you're outside. but yeah, can make it 50 again. I haven't found a way to actually shut it off after you turn this on. And it turns green as it's growing. It turns red as it's shrinking, green as it's growing. Arrows and stuff will go through if we get a bow here. I believe arrows will go through. Yeah. So entities and stuff can pass through it. Sand and stuff, if it gets trapped outside, I think, or on it, will break. Same with animals. Like if you make falling sand entities, yeah. So it'll just break, and they'll just float there. Let's get an anvil. This should also break. Yep. Floating entities, yay! Great. But anyway, I believe that will do it for today. There's not much else to show. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!